All right. Howling 7. Let's wrap this shit up. Before I get to that, wanted to talk about the series as a whole because I have them all and we watched them all backwards in sequence. You can go back and watch the reviews if you're curious. But in summation, this is a classic. I don't have any problems with it. It's perfect. Dee Wallace is beautiful and talented, and Joe Dante is a master. I enjoy Howling 2 for what it is. I would like to see Philippe Mora's original cut, but that's just me. I'm kind of a purist that way. I always want the director to get his movie finished. That said, this is a lot of fun in an 80s, exploitation kind of way. And I'm glad I own this VHS. Once again, thank you, Derek, at Astro Radio Z, because this is super expensive to get your hands on. And I'll definitely watch it a few times, no doubt. Howling 3, which I think is almost as good as the first. Not quite. It is a smart horror movie, though. Very satirical, very ahead of its time. Kind of like Jason Lives, Jason Goes to Hell, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, that type of thing. Kind of looking in on werewolf movies and humanity as a whole. So I really think this is one of Philip Mora's best movies, aside from Communion. Damn good. Underrated. Howling 4. Right there. I've got a few copies of this and a few box sets, actually. Not my favorite film. I don't hate it because the last 15 minutes make it worthwhile, but it's a pretty flat film. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Have 5 and 6 here, both of which I enjoy in a cheap sort of direct-to-video, late 80s, early 90s sort of way. I would never recommend them to people, but at a party with some buddies, hell yeah, these are worth some laughs, and they've got some good moments too. Especially Howling 5 has one scene, one beheading that just comes out of fucking nowhere. It's like, whoa, where did that come from? So surprisingly, for a series that a lot of horror fans bash, there wasn't a whole lot that really annoyed me until last night when I watched Howling 7. Mysterious Woman. The title on the Q thing in, I think I saw this on Tubi. Definitely did not pay for this, and nobody should ever pay for this. But the title on the little image thing said New Moon Rising. Fuck no. That makes this movie sound way too slick and professional. I'm going to call this Howling 7 Mysterious Woman, because that's what's the name of the movie. That's what shows up on the screen. Now, I'm assuming there's a few people out there watching this, hopefully, who made their own movies in high school, right? Shot on the big old camcorder, that weighed a ton, and you take the VHS and hook 2 VCR players up and edit from one VHS to another, and it was a nightmare, and you come out with something uneven that was barely watchable, but you were kind of proud of it, because you could tell that once you learned the technology, you were going to do better, right? You're going to make a good movie one day. This is like if those kids had grown up and never worked on their craft and made a movie. It's like the adults making a high school level film, and it's fucking atrocious. Let me tell you something. I'm a part of a lot of horror groups, and people throw out like Creepshow 3 as like the worst horror sequel ever. What? Creepshow 3? No. Howling 7 Mysterious Woman is, oh man. I've heard people compare this to like Troll 2. No way. No way, man. Troll 2 is The Shining compared to Howling 7 Mysterious Woman. Now, my understanding of this going into it was that it was 2/3 flashbacks to other movies and maybe a little filler with some rednecks in a bar. No. No, I wish it had been more filler from other movies. It's like 90% original material, and I'm not even gonna, I implore anybody out there not to watch this. Let me tell you something. They show a few brief clips from Howling 4, which is my least favorite one. It looks like a fucking masterpiece. You are just begging for them to show you more footage. Please, show me more of Howling 4. Save me, show me some more Howling 4. That's how atrocious this is. Okay, Clive Turner. Let's go ahead and talk about Clive Turner. Now, I'm not against bashing. I'm not, again, into bashing filmmakers. It's not what I'm about. I'm a low-budget filmmaker myself. The shit is nearly impossible. There's a reason people can just go paint or go write their own songs or go write a poem. Movies take a lot of effort with a lot of different people, and you got to coordinate a lot of shit. Okay? But Clive Turner, his name has been on the 3 movies before this, and this is his project. This time he has nobody to blame but himself. He wrote, produced, directed it, he stars in it. His name is listed as the accountant, associate editor. This is his baby, and it's awful. It is off the rails awful. It makes you wonder, how much control did he have in the last 3? I did a little bit of poking around on Howling 4. That movie had such a low budget they couldn't even shoot it with sound. And even after the director finished it, he's like, okay, it's not my best movie, but it's watchable. It had a few unique moments. Then he turned it in, and Clive Turner just took the few good scenes and mutated them and or cut them out. So this guy obviously has some issues, and even though I like the later sequels to varying degrees, there's a reason the series went off the rails, and I wonder. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to bash anybody, but I wonder, because this is not even amateurish. I mean, this is like, I could seriously do better in my backyard right now with like $20. I could call up some neighbors and get them together, and we could do something with more nuance than Howling 7 Mysterious Woman. Okay, I'm glad this shit is over. Stick with this one. This is gold here. All right, thanks for watching. Blue City Reviews. I'm not talking Howling for a long fucking time.